Kids, we're going to read a story about the wonderful tar baby. And
oh, I heard that one.
You heard that one? Good. Well, you're going to hear it again. One day, Brer Fox went to work and got him some tar, and he mixed it with some turpentine, and he fixed up a contraption, what he called a tar baby. And he took this here tar baby and shot her in the big road, and then he lay off in the bushes for to see what the news was going to be. And he didn't have to wait very long. Here by and by come Brer Rabbit pacing down the road, lippity, clippity, clippity, lippity, just as sassy as a jaybird. And Brer Fox, he lay low. And Brer Rabbit come prancing along till he spied a tar baby, and then he fotch up on his behind legs like he was astonished. The tar baby, she sot tar, she did, and Brer Fox, he lay low. "Morning," says Brer Rabbit, says he. "Nice weather this morning," says he. And tar baby ain't saying nothing, and Brer Fox, he lay low. "How does your symptoms seem to satiate?" said Brer Rabbit, says he. And Brer Fox, he wink his eyes slow and lay low, and the tar baby, she ain't saying nothing. "How you come on then? Is you deaf?" says Brer Rabbit, says he. "'Cause if you is, I can holler louder," says he. And tar baby stay still, and Brer Fox, he lay low. "You are stuck up, that's what you is," says Brer Rabbit, says he. "I'm going to cure you, that's what I'm going to do," says he. And Brer Fox, he sort of chuckled in his stomach, he did. But tar baby ain't saying nothing. "I'm going to learn you how to talk to respectable people, if it's the last act," says Brer Rabbit, says he. "If you don't take off that hat and tell me howdy, I'm going to bust you wide open," says he. Tar baby stay still, and Brer Fox, he lay low. And Brer Rabbit keep on asking him, and the tar baby, she keep on saying nothing. But presently Brer Rabbit drawed back with his fist, he did, and blip, he took her side of the head. Right there's where he broke his molasses jug. His fist stuck, and he can't pull loose. The tar held him. But tar baby, she stay still, and Brer Fox, he lay low. "If you don't let me loose, I'll knock you again," says Brer Rabbit, says he. And with that, he fought her a wipe with the other hand, and that stuck. Tar baby, she ain't saying nothing, and Brer Fox, he lay low. "Turn me loose before I kick the natal stuffing out of you," says Brer Rabbit, says he. But the tar baby, she ain't saying nothing. She just hilt on. And then Brer Rabbit loosed the use of his other foot in the same way. Brer Fox, he lay low, and then Brer Rabbit squall out that if the tar baby don't turn him loose, he gonna butt her crank-sided. And then he butted, and his head got stuck. Then Brer Fox, he sauntered forward, looking just as innocent as one of your mammy's mockingbirds. "Howdy, Brer Rabbit," says Brer Fox, says he. "You look sort of stuck up this morning," says he. And then he rolled on the ground and laughed till he couldn't laugh no more. "I expect you'll take dinner with me this time, Brer Rabbit. I done laid in some calamus root, and I ain't going to take no excuse," said Brer Fox, says he. Well, when Brer Fox find Brer Rabbit mixed up with the tar baby, he feel mighty good. And he roll on the ground and he laugh. And by, he up and says he, "Well, I expect I got you this time, Brer Rabbit," says he. "Maybe I ain't, but I expect I is. You been running around here sassing after me mighty long time, but I expect you done come to the center of the road. You been currying up your capers and bouncing around in this neighborhood until you come to believe yourself the boss of the whole gang. Well, then you're all somewheres where you got no business," says Brer Fox, says he. "Who asked you for to come strike up the acquaintance with this here tar baby? And who stuck you up there where you is? Nobody in the round world. You just tuck and jam yourself on that tar baby without waiting for any invite, says Brer Fox, says he. And there you is, and there you'll stay till I fixes up a brush pile, fires her up, 'cause I'm going to barbecue this day, sure, says Brer Fox, says he. Then Brer Rabbit talked mighty humble. I don't care what you do with me, Brer Fox, says he. So long you don't fling me in that briar patch. Roast me, Brer Fox, says he. But don't fling me in that briar patch, says he. I ain't got no string, says Brer Fox, says he. And now I expect I'll have to drown you, says he. Drown me just as deep as you please, Brer Fox, says Brer Rabbit, says he. But don't fling me in that briar patch, says he. There ain't no water nigh about, says Brer Fox, says he. And now I expect I'll have to skin you, says he. Skin me, Brer Fox, says Brer Rabbit, says he. Snatch out my eyeballs, tar out my ears by the roots, and cut off my legs, says he. But do please, Brer Fox, don't fling me in that briar patch, says he. Course, Brer Fox want to hurt Brer Rabbit just as bad as he can, so he caught him by the behind legs, and he slung him right in the middle of that briar patch. There was a considerable flutter when Brer Rabbit struck the bushes, and Brer Fox sort of hang around for to see what was going to happen. By and by, he heard somebody calling, and way up the hill, he see Brer Rabbit sitting cross-legged on a chinkerpin log, combing the pitch out his heart with a chip. And then Brer Fox knew he'd been swapped off mighty bad. Brer Rabbit was pleased for to fling back some of his sass, and he hollered out, "Born and bred in the briar patch, Brer Fox. Born and bred in the briar patch." And with that, he skipped off just as lively as a critter in the embers.
How do you get up on the hill? How do you get up on the hill?
Oh, he run up on the hill. The briar patch is where rabbits live.
Oh.
That's why he wasn't afraid to be thrown in the briar patch.
You know, dumb Brer Fox, he didn't know that. Born in the briar patch.
Born and bred in the briar patch.
Raised to boo-boo.
By and by one day after Brer Fox been doing all that he could for to catch Brer Rabbit, and Brer Rabbit been doing all he could for to keep him from it, Brer Fox said to himself that he'd put up game on Brer Rabbit, and he ain't more'n got the words out in his mouth to a Brer Rabbit come a-loping down the big road looking just as plump and as fat and as sassy as a malgin horse in a barley patch. "Hold on there, Brer Rabbit," says Brer Fox, says he. "I ain't got no time, Brer Fox," says Brer Rabbit, says he, sort of mending his legs. "I want to have some confab with you, Brer Rabbit," says Brer Fox, says he. "All right, Brer Fox, but you better holler from where you stand. I'm monstrous full of fleas this morning," says Brer Rabbit, says he. "I seed Brer Bar yesterday," says Brer Fox, says he, "and he sort of raked me over the coals 'cause you and me ain't make friends and live neighborly, and I told him that I'd see you." Then Brer Rabbit scratched one ear with his off hind foot, and then he ups and says he, "All of a sudden, Brer Fox, suppose you drop around tomorrow and take dinner with me. We ain't got no great doings at our house, but I expect the old woman and the children can sort of scramble around and get up something for to stay your stomach." "I'm agreeable," said Brer Rabbit, says he. "Then I'll pin on you," says Brer Rabbit, says he. Well, the next day, Mr. Rabbit and Miss Rabbit got up soon before day and raided a garden, and then they got some cabbages and some roasting ears and some sparrowgrass, and they fixed up a smashing dinner. By and by, one of the little rabbits playing out in the backyard come in running and hollering, Ma, I see Brer Fox a-coming." And then Brer Rabbit, he took the chillins by the ears and make 'em sit down. And then him and Miss Rabbit sort of dally around waiting for Brer Fox. And they keep on waiting for Brer Fox, and they keep on waiting, but no Brer Fox ain't coming. After a while, Brer Rabbit goes on to do easy like, or goes to the door easy like, and he peeped out, And there, sticking from behind the corner, was the tip end of Bird Fox's tail. Bird Rabbit shot the doe and sat down and put his paws behind his ears and began for to sing. The place whereabouts you'll spill the grease, right there you're gonna slide. And where you'll find a bunch of hair, you'll surely find the hide. Next day, Bird Fox sent word by Mr. Mink and excused himself cause he was too sick for to come. And he asked Bird Rabbit for to come and take dinner with him. And Bird Rabbit say he was agreeable. By and by, when the shadows was at their shortest, Bird Rabbit, he sort of brush up and saunter down to Bird Fox's house. And when he got there, he heard somebody groaning. And he looked in the door, and there he see Bird Fox sitting up in a rocking chair, all wrapped up in flannel. And he looked mighty weak. And Bird Rabbit looked all around, he did, but he ain't seeing no dinner. The dishpan was sitting on the table, and close by was a carving knife. Look like you going to have chicken for dinner, Bird Fox, says Bird Rabbit, says he. Yes, Bird Rabbit. They're nice and fresh and tender and plump, says Bird Fox, says he. Then Bird Rabbit sort of pull his mustache and he'd say, you ain't got no calamus root, is you, Bird Fox? I done got so now that I can't eat no chicken except she's seasoned up with calamus root. And with that, Bird Rabbit leaped out the door and dodged among the bushes and sat there watching for Bird Fox, and he ain't watched long neither, because Bird Fox flung off the flannel and crope out the door and got where he could close in on Bird Rabbit. By and by, Bird Rabbit holler out, oh, Bird Fox, I just put your calamus root out here on this here stump. Better come get it while it's fresh. And with that, Bird Rabbit, he galloped off home, and Bird Fox ain't never caught him yet. And what's more, he ain't gonna.